Hello again, everyone. I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hoban Blake. Welcome to Two on the Aisle.
Let's talk about Mr. Saturday Night. Now, this is a very interesting one. This is a play, musical version, based on the, I think, 1991 film of the same name, which starred Billy Crystal. Not only does Billy Crystal star in this, but he has written it along with Lowell Gans and Babaloo Mandel. He's done the book, who wrote the movie. Plus, David Paymore, who played his brother in the movie, is now playing the same role on stage. This has a score by Jason Robert Brown, the music, lyrics by Amanda Green. I think it is one of the better Broadway scores this season. On the other hand, given the state of Broadway scores this season, I don't think that's saying very much.
Left-handed compliment.
Now, Billy Crystal recreating the role he created 30 years ago, this comedian who had, I guess, your show of shows, Caesar type program in the 50s. He was, the top banana. And 40 years later, he is reduced to doing shows in old age homes. He is prematurely listed as dead on the Emmy Awards. And all of a sudden, there's an interest in him. So he's got a new agent, beautifully played by Chastin Harmon, and a new shot. Problem is, this guy has a tendency to shoot himself in the foot, and he has a little trouble adapting to the state of show business 40 years after his prime.
Well, it's interesting because when Billy Crystal played this originally, he was a young man playing an old man. Now he's an old man playing an old man, playing a young man, because it goes back and forth in time. And Billy Crystal is 74 years old, and Billy Crystal carries this play. I mean, there are a lot of other good people in it, blah, 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 but Billy Crystal is in every scene. Billy Crystal is in and out of costumes, in and out of wigs, moving up and down. I was in awe. That has nothing to do with whether it was good or bad. It was just, I was in awe that he could do it.
And I think he does it very, look, this, I mean, obviously he was inspired by comedians such as Caesar, Milton Berle, Jackie Gleason. And I guess in a way, this is his tribute to them, but also what he might have been had he been born 40 years earlier, except I would like to think that he would not have fallen. He's had an amazing career over the years. And he is a wonderful stage performer. We've seen him on stage. He can put over songs, but he really can't do the heavy duty songs. Like, he's got this 11 o'clock Roses Turn like number in the show, and it just falls flat. But pretty much everything else he handles, and he handles it beautifully.
Well, he's been nominated for a Tony, and the young woman playing his daughter, Shoshana Bean, has also been nominated for a Tony.
Yeah.
The direction was not nominated. The choreography was not nominated.
Right. John Randall was the director.
John Randall. But the score was nominated, and that's interesting. That's Jason, as you said, Jason Robert Brown and Amanda Green. And of course, we're big fans of Amanda Green on this show.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's interesting because David Paymore is also playing the same role that he played in the movie. Stan Yankelman, who is Billy Crystal's brother in the play,
and brother / manager. They've been estranged. They get back together. There's again, you mentioned Shoshana Bean. He's estranged from his daughter. Again, this is a guy who shoots himself in the foot, and often it hurts him. Except on occasion, it works out for him.
Well, yeah, and it's not particularly clever. It's not a clever script. I found it comfortable. I kind of took a deep breath and sat back in my chair and enjoyed something that was like a warm bath.
I think that's an interesting analogy, like comfort food. I think there is something to that, but I did enjoy the show much more than I expected to. I certainly enjoyed Billy Crystal's performance, with the exception of, again, if I was trying to do a Roses Turn like number, which he really isn't equipped to do. He's a great presence. This is the role that he thought he was born to play, and he's right. He does play
it right.
and I had a very good time watching this show. It's a good supporting cast.
Randy Graff. It was wonderful to see Randy Graff again.
Yes.
She's a Broadway stalwart, and I'm happy to see her in a co-starring role. She plays this long-suffering wife Elaine. She's
Yes.
very long-suffering.
Given all the relationships that he's burned over the years,
Exactly.
you have to wonder how these two are still together.
Exactly. Well, she loves him, you know. I mean, she loves him. What can I say?
And let me mention one more time Chaston Harmon as this woman who is sent by her boss to meet him. He's furious because the boss was supposed to meet him, saying, "Oh, this newbie who knows nothing about comedy," and he basically rips her to pieces. And instead of running away, she bones up on her history,
Right.
and she comes back and she dives right into it,
Right.
and basically revives his career. You may get a little annoyed at his character, Buddy Jr., but then again, you won't be alone. But I had a very good time with Mr. Saturday Night, and I will give this 4 playbills.
Well, you won't get annoyed with Billy Crystal for bringing
No.
this back.
No.
And I would agree with you. I think, I would say 3.5. I'm gonna go 3.5.
And that is our review of Mr. Saturday Night. And when you go to the theater, look for Leslie and me, us too.
On the aisle.